Hello, Vikings fans! Breaking news! The Minnesota Vikings have just bolstered their roster with a strategic addition that could directly impact the upcoming season. You might not have heard much about him, but wide receiver Tim Jones brings something essential to Kevin O'Connell's team. What can he offer the Vikings, and what will be his role on the team? Stick around to find out all the details. And before you continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The Vikings kicked off the 2025 free agency in a strategic manner, aiming to strengthen their roster after an impressive 14-3 record last season and a wild card playoff appearance. With quarterback Sam Darnold signing with the Seattle Seahawks, the franchise had to reassess its priorities and found in Tim Jones a player who can contribute significantly, especially on special teams. Tim Jones, formerly a wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars, arrives to fill an important gap left by Trent Sherfield, who signed with the Denver Broncos. Jones spent 4 seasons with the Jaguars, where he stood out primarily on special teams. Since 2022, he has played in 51 regular season games and 2 playoff games, accumulating 17 receptions for 154 yards on offense and contributing defensively with 6 tackles and 1 fumble recovery on special teams. His journey in the NFL began with challenges. He entered the league as an undrafted free agent in 2021 and signed a 3-year contract worth $2,400,000 with the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, he was cut before the season due to an injury designation. Later, he returned to the team via the practice squad and secured a future contract, ensuring his stay in the league. His dedication led him to become a key player on the Jaguars' special teams, where he performed various roles. In 2024, he participated in 299 special team snaps, a significant increase from previous years. Tim Jones's departure from the Jaguars is part of a major overhaul led by the new GM, James Gladstone. The Jaguars opted not to extend a qualifying offer to Jones, making him an unrestricted free agent and allowing him to negotiate with any team. With the loss of key players like Evan Engram, Christian Kirk, Devin Duvernay, and Josh Reynolds, the Jaguars needed to restructure their receiving core, bringing in De'Ami Brown to strengthen the offense. In the Vikings, Jones will have the opportunity to compete for a spot on the depth chart alongside wide receivers. However, his primary contribution is expected to be on special teams, where he excels as a gunner, a crucial role in kickoff coverage. With the departure of Sherfield, the Vikings needed a reliable replacement to maintain efficiency in this area. The signing of Tim Jones is part of a broader plan by the Vikings to strengthen their special teams and ensure that their kickoff coverage and return units remain effective. During his time with the Jaguars, Jones stood out as a dependable gunner, playing a pivotal role in critical moments during games. His speed and aggressiveness in tackling helped neutralize opposing returners and better control field position. This kind of contribution is essential for a team that seeks excellence in every detail and aims to compete at a high level in the playoffs. Additionally, Jones can serve as a depth option in the offense, particularly in situations involving injuries or roster rotation. Although he was not a frequent target in the passing game during his time in Jacksonville, his experience and tactical knowledge allow him to be utilized in specific formations, especially in blocking schemes and short routes. His versatility makes him a valuable player capable of contributing in multiple areas and addressing emergent needs throughout the season. Another relevant point for passionate Vikings fans to know is that Tim Jones's presence on the roster increases internal competition. The battle for a spot on the depth chart among receivers and on special teams promises to be intense, and the Vikings coaching staff values players who demonstrate commitment and discipline. In recent years, athletes who excelled in special teams have secured longer contracts and even progressed to more offensive roles within the team. Jones arrives at the Vikings knowing that this could be his big opportunity to solidify his career in the NFL and secure a permanent spot on the main roster. The competition for spots on the Vikings special teams is expected to be intense. The team already has experienced players like Tavierre Thomas and Eric Wilson, and the return of Jordan Thompson from injury adds another layer of competition. Jones will need to demonstrate consistency to secure his spot on the final 53-man roster. Another open question is the role of kick returner, with players like Lucky Jackson being evaluated, further emphasizing the importance of Jones's versatility. The arrival of Tim Jones to the Vikings also reflects a well-defined strategy by the franchise in developing versatile players. With stars like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison already leading the offense, the priority has been to strengthen complementary areas to ensure balance across the roster. Jones's performance in special teams over the past few years demonstrates his adaptability and resilience, qualities that caught the attention of the Vikings front office. In addition to his experience with the Jaguars, Jones arrives with a solid collegiate background. At Southern Miss, he stood out as a productive wide receiver, amassing 150 receptions for over 2,000 yards and scoring 9 touchdowns throughout his college career. His ability to run precise routes and his athletic build make him a reliable target for specific situations in the offense, providing additional depth if the Vikings need it. Another factor to consider is the impact he can have on the team's rotation. Over the past few years, Minnesota has heavily invested in players who can perform multiple roles, especially on special teams. The departures of some key pieces this offseason forced the team to seek replacements who can contribute immediately, and Jones fits this profile perfectly. His skills as a gunner and his tactical knowledge of coverage formations could be significant differentiators in the fight for a spot on the final roster. One's trajectory from his college days at Southern Miss, where he accumulated 150 receptions for 2,011 yards and 9 touchdowns, to his rise with the Jacksonville Jaguars, showcases a resilient player eager to prove his value. He represents the type of athlete the Vikings are looking for, a dedicated professional capable of performing multiple roles within the roster. The 2025 offseason remains busy for the Vikings, who, in addition to Jones, have brought in significant reinforcements like Ryan Kelly, center, Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, defensive tackle, and Jeff Okudah, cornerback, demonstrating a solid plan to compete at a high level. The Vikings' aggressive moves in free agency demonstrate a clear approach to keeping the team competitive in 2025. After a year in which the team exceeded expectations and achieved 14 wins, the franchise had to address key departures and reinforce strategic areas. With a salary cap record of $279,200,000 for the season, Minnesota had approximately $62 million available to invest, resulting in targeted signings that could directly impact the team's performance. Among the most notable acquisitions are reinforcements on the defensive line with Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, along with the addition of center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries, which strengthen protection for the quarterback and the running game. These changes indicate a focus on solidity in the trenches, ensuring greater stability for the new signal caller of the Vikings. In the backfield, the retention of Aaron Jones and the addition of Jordan Mason provide the necessary balance to the offense, creating a versatile duo capable of alleviating pressure on the passing game. Additionally, Tim Jones's arrival reflects this strategy of strengthening the roster with players who can contribute in multiple areas. While the primary offensive names remain Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and KJ Osborne, the depth of the receiving corps is still being built. Jones, alongside Rondale Moore, adds more options for Kevin O'Connell to create diverse formations and explore new dynamics within the offensive scheme. His experience in special teams also complements a unit that suffered some significant losses, ensuring that Minnesota maintains a high level of excellence in field position transitions. Jones's arrival is not just an addition to fill gaps, but also a reflection of the franchise's mentality to maintain a versatile and dynamic roster. The impact of this signing extends beyond individual statistics, as it reinforces the team's commitment to improving specific areas of the roster, such as special teams, which plays a crucial role in the Vikings' game strategy. The coaching staff has already emphasized that Jones will have a defined role from the start, but his adaptability may earn him even more opportunities within the team throughout the season. With a well-established group of starting wide receivers, the Vikings are seeking players who can add value in complementary ways, whether by enhancing safety and kickoff coverage or serving as a secondary option in the offense. Jones's ability to perform under pressure and his experience in crucial moments bring an extra layer of reliability to the roster, especially for a team aiming to solidify its position as one of the NFC's top powers. His signing not only strengthens the special teams, but also adds tactical depth to the team, allowing for greater flexibility in offensive formations and kickoff coverage units. Furthermore, Jones can play a crucial role in training camp, helping to elevate the internal competition. The presence of an NFL veteran, even if his primary contributions have come from special teams, pushes other players to work harder to secure their spots on the final roster. This healthy competition benefits the overall development of the team, resulting in a more prepared group ready to face the challenges of the season. The Vikings continue to monitor the market in search of additional reinforcements, particularly at the wide receiver position, and Jones may play a strategic role in this scenario. If the team opts for a young player through the draft or brings in another name via free agency, his experience and versatility could be key factors in the offensive rotation and the competition for a permanent spot. Head coach Kevin O'Connell and his staff understand that in a competitive league like the NFL, every piece of the roster needs to be maximized, and Jones arrives to be another valuable name in this planning. Now, we want to hear your thoughts, Vikings fans. Do you believe Tim Jones will be an essential name for the 2025 season? Leave your comment below and share your expectations. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, and give this video a like to help us grow our content and ensure you don't miss any updates on the Vikings. Thanks for watching. Go Vikings!